Interesting chord progressions. That part reminded me of... Welcome back, my name is Sean Morris, I'm a bass guitar coach, and this is my first time reaction and analysis of Between the Buried and Me. I'm doing 2 tracks today. It is our Patreon pick. Thank you Eric M for these recommendations. Songs are called Foamborn, A, the backtrack, and B, The Decade of Statues. First 2 songs of this album called Colors. That's right. I have never heard this band in my life. I like to go in completely blind, so I don't know anything about it. If there's anything you'd like to share about this band, please let me know in the comments below. So I'm genuinely excited to see what they bring. As always, I will listen out for the bass lines, the compositions, the rhythms, and the arrangements. If you guys enjoy fun and nerdy music stuff, make sure you're subscribed for more. So let's explore what makes these songs musically interesting. Let's go. Oh, interesting chords already. Oh. Okay. Nice chromatic descending progression.
I'll just keep waiting. You'll just keep waiting. In the cold, the supplement. We lost some friends, we drove the band so
Reminds me a bit of Radiohead, simply because of the interesting chord progressions. I love it. It seems like they're in some sort of a G sharp key because of the 2 sections that we heard so far. They both started on a G sharp. Very interesting. What has happened so far is that they started off with a 4/4, and then when they came in with the bam 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 bam, it changed to a 3/4. So time signatures wise, section A and section B are already different. In section B, it went some sort of a G 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So that was really interesting off the bat already, and we're only 2 sections in, maybe just 1 minute plus. And it seems like they are not sticking to any particular conventional key, and so this is one of those cases where I choose not to try and define their chord choices based on the key. So it's just a very interesting chord progression. The bass notes are the G sharp to its flat 6, to its major 6, and then its 4th. So it's really hard to tell what kind of a key they're in, or what mode specifically, because there is no discernible mode within the major scale in which a note has both the 6 and the flat 6. My best bet is that it is some sort of a G sharp major, but instead of the regular 5th, they raise the 5th to a sharp 5, and just go to regular 6, and it's regular 4. So that's the best I can do at this point. We'll listen from about here.
I'll just keep waiting. You'll just keep waiting.
So it's a 4/4 here, yeah. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Very interesting. 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's a beautiful synth line as well. we've moved on to a 6/8 now. 3, 4, 5, 6. I did not expect harsh vocals. Whoa, I want to listen to that last bit. The time signature is interesting. So here's 6/8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Now we're into the second track. It's the 4/4, back to the 4/4. Alright, let's figure out what they've been doing so far. So the end of the first track, Form Born, was really interesting because I couldn't figure out exactly the time signature, but it seemed to be grouped in multiples of 3/8 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way. But I didn't actually count to see how many bars of this 3/8 there were. So now we're in here. I'm just want to figure out whether they remained in a similar key from the previous track or not. Yes, they seem to be still remaining in the G sharp. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice, double time. Cool, I love how they still inserted beautiful bass lines in the midst of all that ball of sound. Okay, strings in the back. That's a 5/8. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Nice vocal parts as well. Whew. What a drum fill. Nice. That part reminded me of Just that part there reminded me of Extol for a bit. Let me just rewind it a little bit and see how they lead into this beautiful breakdown. Yeah, this part. Nice use of cymbals with the open hats and the right. Back to the crash. Nice, a very proggy line there. Nice. What the heck? What a beautiful part. Very reminiscent of the old jazz masters. Even the tone of that clean guitar was jazzy, mellow. Comical. Almost Dream Theater-esque. Nice. I love when they have these vocal parts and their harmonies are beautiful. That was the 5/8 again. Wow. What a ride that was. That's pretty crazy actually. Well, I had no idea what to expect. I kind of knew they were progressive, but I didn't know what sort. You know, if progressive you could be like Rush, you could be Opeth, you could be Jinjer, right? But this was very reminiscent of early or mid 2000s metalcore, where a lot of the harmonic choices are not determined by scales or modes, and they're just pretty much, well, I think random would be too strong a word to use, but they're basically not defined or refined in the conventional music sense of the word. The choices that are made for the riffs and the chords, basically it's like whatever I feel is right is the chord I'm going to choose. That's the vibe I get, which is great. Like, not everything has to have an explanation or theory behind why you do it. In fact, the why you do it, because I like it, that's a pretty good reason to insert a musical idea in already. So what an introduction to Between the Buried and Me. Very interesting. I'll definitely love to explore more of this. I reckon that deep dives of this band's music cannot afford to be too deep, truly because of the level of complexity. And in a spontaneous analysis level, it may not be appropriate. More appropriate would be if you were to sit down, tab it all out, work it out on your instrument, and figure out what they're doing from there, which might take days for a song like this. So wow, thank you for joining me on my Between the Buried and Me journey. If you enjoyed this kind of musical breakdown, you know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future reaction analyses. If you want to be part of the Bass Coach Boris community, get early access to videos, vote on future reactions, join our Discord chat. My Patreon link is in the description and on your screen right now. So thank you for geeking out with me today. I'll see you in the next video.